5 years ago, professional athletes from the NBA to MLB shut down all sports in a political strike against racist police terror. How'd that happen? And could it happen again? In the summer of 2020, the US was on fire with rebellion. George Floyd had just been brutally murdered by police in Minneapolis, his neck pinned to the pavement for nearly 9 minutes. The video sparked the largest protest in US history, tens of millions hitting the streets against racist police violence in city after city for weeks on end. Professional athletes were watching too, kept in bubbles isolated from society due to COVID, but that didn't cut them off from what was happening. At first, it was cautious, statements on social media, jerseys with slogans, and moments of silence. But the anger was building. On August 23rd in Kenosha, Wisconsin, police killed another black man, Jacob Blake. They put 7 bullets in his back in front of his children. The footage went viral and protests erupted again. 3 days later, August 26th, the Milwaukee Bucks refused to take the court for their playoff game. Enough talk, it was time for action. No games till there was justice for Jacob Blake, justice for George Floyd, and justice for all victims of police brutality. They were joined within hours by other teams across the NBA, WNBA, MLB, MLS, and NFL. No justice, no games. For a moment, the most powerful and profitable spectacle in American culture, pro sports, was turned into a megaphone for the fight against systemic racism. As Miami Heat player Andre Iguodala said the day of the strike, you have to be willing to sacrifice corporate money for people to realize there's a big problem out there. With the massive platform they hold, these athletes sent a clear message. We will not play while this system keeps killing our people in the streets. Team owners, who couldn't openly attack the strike because of its broad public support, were rattled. Canceled games meant millions lost in revenue. Sponsors and networks were calling. And predictably, the Trump administration attacked, sneering that athletes should be grateful and stick to sports. Behind the scenes, the most effective blow came from someone many saw as an ally, former President Barack Obama. While publicly praising the Bucks, privately he started working to convince the players to end the strike. He called LeBron James and Chris Paul, telling them that they should make change in other ways, namely by going back to work and telling everyone to just vote for the right politicians. With the backing of some of the most influential stars, enough players were swayed to vote to end the strike and return to the playoffs. In just a few days, over 30 games across 5 leagues were canceled, costing the leagues estimates of up to $60 million in revenue. Athletes have staged the largest political strike in US sports history. They have shown their power not just as celebrities, but as workers united with the ability to halt a billion-dollar industry. It was part of a long tradition. Muhammad Ali refusing to fight in Vietnam, Tommy Smith and John Carlos raising their fists at the podium at the 1968 Olympics, Colin Kaepernick kneeling against police brutality. But never before had so many professional athletes flexed that power once and collectively to shut down their leagues. The 2020 athlete strike was a glimpse of what's possible. It showed that players can shut down sports, force the entire country to listen, and stand up not just for themselves, but for justice for all. That power is still there, and when athletes use it again, it can shake the system to its core. Because athletes will not just shut up and dribble. They can stand on business for more than a check and be part of a movement to challenge a violent racist system that keeps us down.